Hey everyone, and welcome back. Let's steal that report. Finally managed to get through those guys. Door be locked. Thank you. Okay. So, steal the reports. Um, upstairs, so... How do we get upstairs then? Oh, pfft. Oh, I didn't even notice this upstairs part. Ha! Be a bit careful. Oh, good. Get up there. Nice and casual. Ah. Oh, what's this? Pre-went steak? Okay. That's... Okay, what's this one? Okay, that might be better. Anyway. Vampire activity there. Okay. Died yesterday. Pembroke Maiden, the vampires. Late trace of the stole. Wow. So he might actually be... He was a traitor of the stole. Interesting. Brotherhood of St. Paul. Okay. Nothing else here? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's get the hell out of here. We won't go there because don't need to. Let's go through here. Where is she? That's the next question. Ah, look, there she is.
You are going to reveal all.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
She's got the wrong idea about vampires in itself. Unless you're actually one, you can't do that. So, I'm just gonna say you don't know. Yeah.
No. You are deluded. You think you crave blood, but you have no physical need for it. You have no idea what that is like.
But what am I feeling? It cannot only be in my head. I know my flesh is rotting. I feel it. It disgusts me.
Okay.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
A misunderstanding, I'd say.
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind. I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
I'll tell you what, if I really do need XP that badly, I might take Thelma. Might take her blood. I'm that desperate. Okay. Book. Oswald Thatcher. What the hell is he? I suppose I could talk to them and ask them about that sort of thing. Just in case. Do I have a cure for headache? It's headache I'm looking for, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I don't have a treat for headache. Oh, right. Oh, better go and craft one then. Recycle some of the other items we have. Oh. Okay. So I don't actually have any treatment on me for a cold. Oh. Well, I don't have the cold treatment available. For headaches, sorry. Oh, okay. It's interesting. Wow. Can I craft any of these? Potassium, might leave that. Kydus. Colds. I'll leave it. Right, let's go and talk to the mum, to that mother again, to Mortimer's mother. And then how about Oswald is?
I'm all right. Don't
Good
waste your
evening,
time.
Doctor. How is my son doing?
Oh, beautiful.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension, not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
I have read your son's suicide note. It was not an impulsive gesture, nor was it his first attempt.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before, but I never thought he would dare to punish me this much.
Punish you? Why?
I've known for a long time he was not happy with his life, but I always hoped he cared enough to avoid making me suffer like this.
That's slightly cruel. I mean, you'd think you'd try and help him, but mind you, things were different back in those days.
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again? He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute, but I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
Ooh, this is interesting. Ooh, I don't know. I suppose because of it being a crime, I think just because of that I'll say that. I'm a little bit worried about in denial. I'm a tad worried. My gut instincts go with that. I'll go with my gut instinct. Screw it.
Your determination is laudable, but you are in a state of denial, Mrs. Goswick. Your son has a very strong death wish.
How dare you talk to a mother like that? Talk to me like that.
I'm only trying to be honest, Mrs. Goswick. As painful as this fatal end may be for you, you have to accept this is a possibility.
No, I'll never accept it. If my son was to die under your care, you have no idea what I'm capable of, Dr. Reed.
Neither do you have any idea what what he's capable of, Beatrice.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place.
Ah, damn it, I should have gone with the other one.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Crap.
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed. It's like he carries everyone's sadness with him.
Why did your son feel so useless when facing the world?
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life. He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
I'm gonna say... Ooh. Screw it.
Don't you see how lucky you are? You're rich, you're in good health, and you have a loving mother. You're simply drowning in self-pity.
Leave me alone then, Doctor, and let me drown myself.
That didn't work. That failed spectacularly.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Don't waste your time with me.
Well, we did. And I wasted two really good suggestions. Oh well.
Sorry you ended up on my plain cold medical bed. Sir, I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried.
Ah, must be this window. No? Ah, okay. Here we are.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables.
Well, that is
Not
stealing.
forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
Got him red-handed.
I'm sorry that these sad and faded walls are all I have to offer as a final resting. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about? These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
That's what I'm going to say.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell? The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
No, I'm not so sure about that.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
That didn't quite work out.
It's locked.
Oh well. Okay, where the hell is Oswald Thatcher? Or is that guy with half his face burnt?
Good evening, Mr. Elwood. Evening.
Nope.
Goodbye.
Okay. Oh, wasn't he... Is that him?
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick. Good evening.
No. Ah.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Goodbye for...
I will not let you down, my boy.
Okay. What the hell is this Thatcher?
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me.
Huh. Oh. Strange. Where is he? Oh, oh well. Don't know who this guy is. Yeah. I don't remember where he is, but anyway. No, not Whitechapel. Ah, the docks. Covering good. Kingsbury, anemia. Right, let's go and find these guys. Docks should be okay. Turn left and follow the road down. No worries. When I've done some of these side, actually healed a few people. Excuse me. Then I'll actually bother resting.
Last warning, sir.
Don't give a shit. So it should be empty. Okay. Go. Nice. Excellent. Okay, nothing here. Right. See if we can find these people. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Almost bald guy, clean complexion. Okay. He shouldn't be too hard to find. They should be him, I think.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah, I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
Yep.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
No, I'd say, well, actually, back in those days and further back through the ages, that was actually a known method, but not with this. It's just to help people.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Okay. Kingsbury. Okay. I wasn't. Okay, let's try and find houses for these people.
A wave of bitter death.
Where's this going? Way round? Back here, that's locked. Okay. Ah, here he is.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care. Maggots and liars. Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
There we go.
I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
Okay. Search everything, then we will talk to her.
I've been nothing but worry.
You know, excuse me. There's actually a game that I bought earlier this year. It's called Crimes and Punishments Sherlock Holmes. It should be called Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. Anyway, one thing I do love in the game is obviously thanks.
Don't stay too long, sir.
No, we won't be leaving. We will be leaving relatively shortly. Anyway, you know how, as I'm sure we all have heard the stories of Sherlock Holmes and his, just acute attention detail. Well, in the game, there's actually, when you actually meet a new person, you can use that observational skill and work things out and suss them out. I wish you could have that in this game. That'd be so awesome. It would make things a little bit easier as well. But I think that'd be pretty damn cool.
It's locked.
I'm not sure the epidemic. So you have questions about the flu then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Yeah.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
That's very true. Even so, back those days.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The
poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Okay, interesting.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Need some hints. Alright.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Okay, that was interesting.
Maggots and liars.
Okay, Fishburne. Place. Gravediggers. Let's do that. Okay, go to the end. Right. We going the right way? Yeah. I think I can cross here, can't I? Oh, I certainly can. A little bit careful around here. No one else? Oh, this will be easy then. Ha! Tom Watts stash. Okay. Good. Ah, I'll be down here then.
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
I think I'll help him, because I'm sure he'll give me some information in return. That's what I reckon. I won't keep them. It is a lot, but I think it's a good way to keep the district around. Because it might even make the district healthy. You know, back in those days, and even these days, you know, if the pub is stocked and healthy, then, you know, usually that district, that area is quite healthy as well. Even though there's a lot of alcohol involved, it's still a good place. Surprisingly. Oh, there's the pub. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologise, Doctor. It's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
Alright, I can understand that, truthfully, with the gangs around. I'll give you the booze.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Huh.
Goodbye, Mr. Watson.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Okay. Healthy. Thoughts on these people.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a lot.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Another time, perhaps. I'm not sure I want to hear another sad story. Is there anything...
How dare you say...
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
Okay. Let's do that then. Oh, hang on.
Goodbye, Mr.
Have a chat with her. See if we learn anything else.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a
You
time.
still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
No, I need some more hints. Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Kelly.
Anyone else? Double check. Nope.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Are they stupid or something?
Okay, go back there. And up here. What's okay? If I can take. Oh, hang on.
They didn't deserve this.
About here. Good.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Alright, we're on this part here. Next time, we'll be looking at some more missions in this district. Side missions, I mean. See you then.